Grandpa Earl to HRC Honda? Quite possibly. Hey everybody, Walter Wanderers, buckle up, strap in. We got a hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows or sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Welcome to the show. I hope everybody's doing great. So Grandpa Earl, welcome to the swimming pool. You know, this is so interesting to me, right? Because HRC Honda had paid the Wonder Boy, the chosen one, the Moto Messiah, more money than any other athlete in our sport in history. Let me repeat. The Wonder Boy had the biggest payday of anybody. And it wasn't like a few championships in. I mean, it was a year in to this dude's success. And they pretty much lobbied that you've got to take the Wonder Boy's brother, Hunter, as a package deal because we want to brand ourselves as the Lawrence brothers. That's exactly what they did. And their agent, poor guy, I mean, he's kind of a victim of his own success, right? Because that was a lot of his own doing. And then when you try to segue that into multiple marketing campaigns, whether it's the VIP experience, the donut sales, the whatever it was that he could do, ride at their track, train with the Lawrences, you name it. They're charging everywhere they look. And the poor Wonder Boys, this kid, playing Xbox and finds, he doesn't know. He's trusting management to take care of it. His job is to ride the bike, as it should be. Unfortunately, when money gets involved at these levels, you kind of see a lot of people where their real motives might be. And so not to say that their agent's motives are in the wrong place. I think he's just a victim of his own success. But the reality is this. Honda, you have Shimoda at the beginning of the season. Things are great, right? Other than Hymas being hurt, but they're like, whatever, we'll bring him out into the East. Here comes Shimoda, wins A1. Things are looking good. The Wonder Boy and his brother get through the race, no problem, we're cruising. Then all of a sudden, they've dropped. Shimoda's gotten hurt. The Wonder Boy's out for the foreseeable future. His brother's out for the foreseeable future. Maybe the outdoors, just in order to show up for playoffs, which in essence is probably good for them because the SMX playoffs are designed as a money race to keep these guys from doing overseas races. And so they'll probably make more money at the playoffs than they would for Supercross anyway. So, or just as much. I mean, when you break it down per race, what the winnings are, it's definitely outperforming. Now, of course, if you race all 17 rounds of Supercross, it's probably beating 3 rounds of playoffs. But the reality is this. I mean, there's a lot of money. But you see, that was my point really from the beginning, is the Wonder Boys got walk away from the sport money, and he needed a break. Now, not this kind of break, not like a broken leg break, just a break in general. And he's getting that. So, this could end up being a good thing. But unfortunately, we've talked about this. Once you've had the big injury like Eli, Eli had the Achilles, he came back, things are looking good, and then bam, broken fibula and sidelined again. And, it's just in the back of your head when you've been sidelined on the couch. It's hard. Like Benny Bloss, I don't know how he's continuing to go out there and do it. Like that was an ugly Kenny Roxon looking arm injury back when he was with HRC, which brings us back to HRC. They basically now they've paid their riders more than any other team, but they don't got any riders on the track. And Hymas ain't winning the East Coast Championship, if I had to guess. Long shot at best, and virtually at this point, I think impossible. And so we're talking fill-in rider, right? So you can't get Colt Nichols because you already tried him. That didn't work. And so you're not going to bring back somebody that you've already tried before. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. So you're not going to bring back somebody else who you've already had on the team. So who you go after? Well, there's talks now that potentially Dino. In fact, we asked it on the community page, and I'll reveal those results here in a moment, who HRC should hire. But the thing is, with the polling, you're only allowed like 4 options. And there's more than 4 guys that should be considered for a fill-in ride. But at this point, it doesn't matter because how do you bring in a fill-in rider? I mean, your goal is probably to hopefully just night shows or top 10s would be, great, but they're not going to put 2 fill-in riders. It's going to be 1. And there's, at the time of this recording, I mean, I don't know, it could already be out and this video might not ever get posted because that tends to happen, is there hasn't been anybody named. Now, I'm sure we're going to start getting some rumor mills about like Dino's at the test track, Dino spotted testing, probably a couple other guys they're going to bring out and let them test and check their lap times. But here's the thing. For me, Grandpa Earl Dino, if he chooses to take it, which there's a good chance, you see, money will definitely affect Dino's decision. The money's going to have to make sense because he's created a cushy he's got an agent that orchestrated all his overseas events. He's making the type of living he wanted, racing the way he wants to, doing these invites, actually winning races because he's racing against not the top guys in the world. Feels good to win. So, but here's where Honda wins. Out of all the guys that you could pick over Dino, I know like Justin Hill is another one. He's probably like having the best finish of any non-factory rider. Be a great choice. Might end up, getting that spot if he decides he wants to take it. But a lot of these guys, again, man, unless you're going to offer big money, it's not like it used to be where
like, this is your chance, to ride factory equipment.
These days they're like, whatever, like keep your factory equipment. You guys are, now you're calling that you need a fill in. Where were you when I was willing to, when I needed you? Now that you need me, forget about it. I'll stay where I'm at. I got a contract. I don't want to break my contract. I'm making prize money. Now I'm going to have this pressure to try to ride some brand new bike I'm not used to, even if it is factory equipment. And this new bike obviously has issues. It's taken out these top riders. The bike's to blame for a lot of this stuff, I would imagine. The learning curve was too big. And the bike's chattery. And it's taken out their riders, man. They're just not comfy on this bike yet. But here's where you benefit, I believe. Dean Wilson, Dino, is the perfect fit, and here's why. Because he's been around the sport for a long, long time, and he's got a huge fan base and social media presence. And so Honda benefits because with Dean Wilson's YouTube channel and his social media presence and his likable character and the amount of fanfare that would line up for an autograph, whose line do you think will be bigger? If you brought Justin Hill, which would be the other top prospect, over to HRC, do you think that when it's autograph time, the line's going to be bigger for Justin Hill or for Dino? It's going to be Dino. Everybody loves Dino. That's Grandpa Earl. He's a funny, fun-loving guy. So you might be able to get a better result out of Justin Hill, maybe, than you would from Dino. But if Dino can put that thing in the night show every night and fill up the fanfare and have a big line and get you some exposure courtesy of his social media. Dino, if you're listening, bro, listen up. This is what you need to tell Honda. All right, I'll do it. I'll ride this bike. I'll ride it until your guys are ready again, or one of them or both, whatever. But I need a lot of money. And this is why. Because not only are you going to get me, and when you get me, you're going to get a lot of fans that are going to line up in front of this truck for those autographs. I'm also going to be posting my journey here and holding you in a killer light and how great it is on my YouTube channel, which is Smoking their YouTube channel. I don't think they have a YouTube channel. Smoking Lawrence's YouTube channel. Dino's got a great YouTube channel. So in this social media day and age, Dino makes more sense even if his results don't. Let's go ahead and jump over, take a look at some of the polling I did on the community page. Then we'll meet back here and wrap it up. Let's get started. All right, race fans, buckle up, strap in, roll up your windows, lock your doors. When asked on the Walty Wanderers community page of the YouTube channel, who should RCH Honda hire as a fill-in 450 rider? 24% of you said Ferrandis. 6% of you said McElrath. 13% of you said Freeze. And 56% of you said Justin Hill. The overwhelming majority. Now, you guys need to jump into the comments because you guys were dropping names left and right inside of the comments. And I didn't even put Grandpa Earl Dino in this polling. So I'm sure if I did, it might have been a lot different. But anyway, that's what we got with this batch of riders. let's jump back to the studio and wrap this one up. All right, friends, welcome back. And there you go. Thanks to everybody who participated in the polling. If you're new, get subscribed, jump over there and get involved with some of the polling yourself. Get into the comments, bring an open face and some tear-offs. The roost tends to fly. We definitely have a lot of fun on the community page. But I didn't put Dino on there because at that time I was just like, well, who do you even go with, right? Really? Who do you even go with? So for Honda, I mean, like they've said, they're like, we don't need to put anybody on the bike. Yeah, you kind of do, Honda. You kind of, like, I'm pissed if I'm a sponsor and you don't got a bike out there. Like, I know you're probably thinking, well, I'd rather have no bike out there than a guy getting lapped. No, put a lapper out there if that's what it takes, as long as it's a Dino caliber lapper. And final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as a moto guy that wants to see you not only win on the track, off the track. Understand the waters you're swimming in now. They're shark infested. Honda, welcome to the swimming pool. Bro, Dino is clearly the pick, in my opinion. Now, I could be wrong, and I'm sure if Honda's smart, they're going to get into the comments and take a look at some of the things. And I know they're already getting tagged with a bunch of riders, and of course, a lot of people are picking their favorite privateers. But the reality is this: Dino has a big reach when it comes to social media. And if you can't win on the track, you may as well win off the track. And that's why Walty will be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way. Because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you enjoyed this video, you're going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.